Well, if I can give a message to other community, other society around the world to come together to build up a good society, well, first it should form something that can able to unite them. That is the first thing. And with that, they have to find a leader who will be the top of the leader. And then the second point, they have to listen to what the leader is saying, taking instruction. Say, okay, go and do this, go and do this. So, third, they have to be patient because it's a lot of, in the beginning, it's not easy. And when you are working to achieve long time project, or let me see, in a lifetime project for the future, it take a lot of effort. It take a lot of energy, your time, your work. Because like today, for example, if they said, well, today the community have something to do in the community, we need to go and gather stones to come in the village. Even if I have my private thing to do, I have to cancel it because I need my own hands work to be in the community. Because we say unity is strength. You see, and if they say tomorrow we have to fix the road, we have to make the road. So if I have to go to town, I need to cancel it. So you should always ready to work for your people, for work for your community. You should always be ready. If you are sleeping 2 o'clock night and they call you and they say there is something is going bad, we see things that we are not satisfied, it's your duty to come out and see what is happening. It's not really easy because just imagine if you are sleeping and they say, oh, there is thief moving around by 2 o'clock. You have to get up and we have to be somewhere else watching the movement. You see, and when you just wake for sleep, you can imagine you will be like this, but with that moment you have to be sacrifice. It takes a lot of sacrifice to do these things. So the message is people should have a lot of sacrifice and ready to work for the people and for the community and for the children, because the children is their future leaders. So we are always, when you are working, we don't forget them. And you should always also include a women. You should draw the women in. You should always mix the women, because you have some women which they are very strong, and they also have some good talent. They also can think, the women. So you should not leave women behind. You should bring the women together and then also involve them in the job. Because like if you are working, when you don't expect pay, we call it food for work. We cook big meal and the women, they are cooking. It's also part of the women. Whilst we will go and take the stone and bring it, then the women will be in the house cooking. And after the men do all the work, then the women, they come with rice, we eat together, we share the love, unity, you see. And when it reach into some certain time, when it's necessary for people to enjoy a bit, you must make sure that everybody suppose what I have to get, my little, you have to give it to me. What girl have to get his own little, you have to give it to her. You should not say, okay, well, I'm going to keep it for so time. No, because we are all human, you know, and anything can happen in the short period. Some things can be changed, you know. So if like we walk and they said, this is for Reggiano, wait, you have to Reggiano, this is your what you have on that day. So you should not wait and until Reggiano asks. Say, hey, well, my boss said, well, I supposed to have something from you. He said, oh, I'm forget. Okay, wait me. Let me go to the house. No, that is not, it's not fair in the community. So you need to, unless if you want me to keep it, you say, okay, I'm not ready, just hold it. I will come tomorrow or next tomorrow, you give it to me. You see, but that thing should be, that rapport should be amongst us. And if you have any information, bad or good, you need to share it amongst people. Communication skill, it needs to be work. Although communication is another difficult thing, because if I get a message and give the message to William, and you have to give the message to Rojano, I have to give the message, it will be some small changes. You see, it will be some, either it puts small or it minus, but it will be. But the rapport should be flow, the communication skill. Even though it's difficult, but you need to do it. If you want to go out of the village today, it's your personal business, it's your private, but you have to tell, like, the person who is close to you, okay, I will not be in the village for today. On the whole day, I will come in the evening. I'm going to Freetown, just in case. If they ask for me or if they need me, you will tell them that, George. But you cannot just leave the village like that, and they want you to do something, nowhere to be found. And if they call you, oh, I'm this and that, no. You see, you need to give yourself. You have to dedicate yourself for the community and for the interest, for the people, for the children yet unborn. You see, but the first thing, you have to get very good patient to work with different people. That is another difficult thing. You need to be patient, especially if you are a leader. You will have someone will get some hot temper, and you have some other person. You have some, everybody has his own different character, but you need to be patient to talk to all these people and to bring them together. You see, well, like for example, yesterday, as you see with Victor, when he comes, still me and Victor come, but later I try to encourage the other guys to be calm, because I don't want them to be rush on themselves. So I take my time to talk to this other guy, explain to them so they can able to understand very well, and I hope they understand. And then Victor will see things like that. If there is any confusion wants to take place, you need to come between. You need to talk to this. You need to talk to this, and bring them together. You should not do this. You know what we are going to, and this is your brother. This is your sister. You should not fight. You need to do all these things, and all these things involve, and this in the starting, in the beginning, and I'm sure till the end part of it. Or maybe one day you will find yourself in another side, and then another person will take your place. So it's like things like this. That is the message I believe I can give to the neighbor villages out in India or all over the world. Have sacrifice, love, patience, to build up a society. It's not easy. Lots of talk. You need to talk. Yeah.